You would like to do attendance?
Sorry, my mute. So I have Chloe Casey,
Here.
Betty Joe Casey,
Here.
myself, I'm here. Ren student. Sorry, I know, I'm like, oops. Ben, he's unexcused.
Unexcused.
Okay, then I have Azu, she's excused. Cody,
Unexcused.
Nikki, and
I'm
Eli.
here.
I'm here too, by the way. Sorry.
No
I don't
worries.
think you called my name.
Sarah, just kidding. And then Eli.
Where do we
Eli
have quorum
will
now?
not be joining us.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Eli will not be joining us.
Okay, do I just put that as, what do I put that as? Unexcused, excuse.
So here, I'll just do this now, while we're talking about it. So I've received an email from Eli recently. I'm gonna read it. Because he has decided to step down from SGA. So, the email reads, Dear Chloe, I've really enjoyed my time in SGA and I've relished all the extra activities and clubs I was able to be involved with. At this moment in my life, I cannot fulfill my other life obligations to do the best of my ability, without stepping down it away from SGA completely. I hereby resign and wish everyone the best. Um, thanks for everything, with SGA. Sincerely, Eli. So Eli will no longer be joining us on SGA. So we will be doing a vote at the end of the meeting for for the treasurer position for the remainder of the semester. Is that everybody on your list, Justina?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so the next order of business is the approval of the minutes. So I'd like to entertain, or has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to entertain a
Yes.
motion. Great. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes for March 7th, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Nikki?
Yeah, the time on the community day building meetings needs to be switched from 4:30 to 3:30.
Okay, thank you.
Was that changed after the meeting though?
You're muted, Nikki.
Sorry. No, we've always met at 3:30 on Fridays.
Okay, just wondering because that's what I had
Yeah.
written.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay. All in favor to approve the amended minutes?
Bye.
Aye.
Bye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, minutes are approved. Next order of business, I'm appointing Betty Jo to a standing committee. So Betty Jo is now I did originally place her on the Constitution Committee. However, with the recent news of Eli stepping down, I'm actually going to appoint Betty Jo to the Ways and Means Committee just to have an extra body on that committee as of now. All right. All right, let's move on to reports. Constitution Committee. Sarah? All right, we'll circle back around to Sarah.
Oh, I apologize. I nothing to report. I thought I unmuted my microphone. I guess it didn't unmute.
No worries. Ways and Means Committee. Nicole, can I call on you to give a report for that, considering the chair isn't here?
Sure, not a problem. We met and discussed two items. We decided to pass an expense to purchase 800 highlighters for $1,300. We did discuss if there was an ability to purchase less for less money, but that was actually the best deal we could get on them for the least amount of money. So that did pass as well. The second item that we voted on and passed was to move money from the health department for a mental health domestic violence awareness event program that will be going on. That was also voted to be approved.
Okay, thank you. And I think did Kathy leave the room?
Yeah, Kathy went to sign in her office.
Okay, so Jason or Candace, because that was approved in the Ways and Means Committee, does the Ways and Means Committee now have to bring that before the whole SGA to vote?
I believe, is that how it's been done in the past, hasn't it? It's been put on the floor by that committee, and it doesn't need a first or a second since the committee is submitting it, and then you vote on it to make it official.
Yep, agree 100%.
Okay, so Nikki, you put that on the floor.
I'd like to entertain a motion to take $1,300 of SGA funds to spend on 800 highlighters.
And because the committee's proposing that we don't have to do we don't have to move it or second it, right?
Right. Usually what happens if there's more than one person on the committee, it's assumed that two people agree to bring it forward because there's more than one person on the committee. So then you have your motion and they have a second, and it goes to discussion and then a vote.
Thank you, Candace.
So someone needs to ask if there's any discussion.
Did you say any second?
Any discussion?
Any
Any
discussion?
discussion? Sorry, any discussion?
I don't think so.
Take it to a vote now. Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
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 I
What's the next one? I'm sorry.
All opposed?
All opposed? Any abstention? Motion passes. For the second one, correct? Okay. I'd like to entertain a motion to move funds from the health department funds for a domestic violence awareness event. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion passes.
Good job, Nikki.
Thank you.
Is that all for Ways and Means?
Yes.
Okay. Student trustee, is Cody still not here? No? Okay. So for student advisory council, our next meeting is Thursday, so we have nothing to report. Student body liaison, Ben is also not currently here. Academic senate, Cody's not here. Student success committee, Ren?
Yep, so we had a meeting yesterday. I unfortunately missed it, but I do have the notes. What we did was review a survey. And one of the suggestions on it was asking about later class start times, and the fact that our vacations don't coincide with parents, student, their children's vacations. That's not an easy fix, but it was discussed maybe possibly looking into some childcare for those students. Also, the larger desks and chairs that are needed for some of the classrooms. Most of the classrooms have very small desks. It would be nice to get some larger ones in there, and there was concern about too many desks per room. Also, it seems that there is an issue with phone and computer usage, not for class participation and for personal things during class time. And they are looking into adding some guidelines for phone usage, as well as a major concern of attendance, and possibly looking into adding both of those into syllabi, and as well as maybe giving some incentive for attendance of some kind. One suggestion was skipping the final if you had a perfect attendance. That seems a little overkill for me, but I mean, if I didn't have to take a final, I'd probably attend every class too. The submission policies for classes was discussed, and it's suggested that there's more items so that the grades are more spread out. So like one particular assignment doesn't weigh so heavily. And also giving students multiple attempts on exams and quizzes. Making sure that they keep up to date with what their grades are as the semester goes along. And keeping routine. Because some students do very well with structure and expectations, and that should be reinforced. And then another thing that was mentioned was to show the students, so the staff members showing the students that they can relate to them and they're there for them. That's it. And Justina, I'll email you that for your notes.
No worries, I already have it.
Oh, perfect.
Great, thank you. Academic environment and technologies committee, Nicole.
Yes, and I have notes. Let me just bring that up really quick. Can I share? Or you want me to just read off of it?
I don't have the ability.
Ren,
Alright.
can you go to that laptop, that computer, and make me a host, and then I can, or make me the host, and then I can do that.
You're all set.
All right, Nikki, you're now a co-host, so you can share now.
Great, thank you. All right, can everybody see it?
Looks good.
Okay, so Academic Environment and Technology Committee, we met on March 20th. Let me just scroll down. Just give me 1 second. I'm still getting used to sharing. Oh, sorry. There was a request for high flex or hybrid classrooms on the second floor biology laboratory. Gardner currently has 25 high flex classrooms. There was also discussion about classroom temperatures. Some offices and classrooms are too hot, some too cold. Some thermostats work and some don't. Students are wearing winter coats in the cold classrooms. It's recommended to submit a school dude for this issue. There's only one HVAC tech for the entire campus. There's currently an open position for another HVAC tech. Ellen Pratt is to address the issue at our meeting with President Vanderhoeven. We also discussed the acceptable use policy, and the big issue was mass email. Several policies by other colleges were looked at, and the policy was very well written by Westfield State. There was issues regarding mass emailing about COVID policy from students, and unfortunately there was an inability to suspend mass emailing due to First Amendment rights. The current policy language is broad and it's not explicit. It's not typical for colleges to allow CCing of entire college community, and you should only be responding to the person that sent the email. It's not meant to respond to everyone in the email that it was sent to. Another area that was looked at was the learning management system. They're looking at different learning management systems besides Blackboard. They want to include students in the discussion, input on what works or does not work. There will be a time for demos for different learning management choices presented to team and faculty. The conversation with faculty regarding the learning management systems will occur in May, and I actually asked if I could be included in that discussion from a student perspective. We currently use Blackboard Classic, but we may look at Blackboard Ultra course, and our next meeting is April 10th at 12:30.
Thank you, Nikki. Ready Ed Committee?
Okay, no problem. Okay, can everyone see?
Yes.
Okay, so the Ready Ed Committee was on March 10th. So the home screen can be personalized for each student. It has one-click dialers for emergency contacts and campus police. Accessibility features are accessible through links to the MWCC website. And actually the project manager is being brought into it to address further progress with accessibility compliance. It currently requires SSO or single sign-in login. The main page has schedule, due dates, courses, events, grades, iConnect. There's a student organization tile. It lists all the organizations. It can be alphabetical or featured. There's a group channel available for discussions. You can customize the icons. It has a campus map of all the buildings and different hours. Students can favorite different items to personalize the experience. It has a separate student and staff experience that is chosen when you log in. Notifications can be adjusted. There's different types of notifications. There's regular, urgent, and emergency. Any type of urgent or emergency alert will override any kind of settings that you put on there. The language can be changed to English or Spanish depending on the set language on the user's phone. You can add a profile picture. You can add friends, groups, courses, activities. And starting this Thursday, we will be meeting weekly until the launch.
Very cool. Thank you. I'm excited to see I'm excited to see the finished product.
It looks incredible.
If I get to see the finished product.
It looks really good.
Very cool. All college forum. Ren?
Oh, that meeting occurred before I was appointed. So the next meeting will probably be the beginning of April. So nothing to report.
Thank you. Marketing committee.
Not too much to report. We did get the little flyers for the fun dip, and the fun dip came in, and I put them all together, and we've been handing them out. And we also have some more underneath the SGA booth, so if anybody's sitting there, they can also hand them out. And there are highlighters under there to be given out too.
Great, thank you. Retention plan liaison is not here. So community building day committee. So right now, so we're meeting on Fridays. And the links, we have some sign up sheets that went out. We still need people to sign up for the food, like who's bringing food to the bake sale. We have a couple people who are signed up to bring stuff, but if everybody could get on there and put down something to bring, we do need everybody to participate. The coverage is great. It's just who's bringing stuff. And if you need that link, again, please reach out.
I have a question.
Sure.
The stuff, it can be homemade, right?
Yes, but it has to be individually packaged.
Okay, so like Ziploc bags or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Ju- just to note, it has to be homemade. If you store buy it, you have to change it some way.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good point.
like if you've got
Sounds good.
Oreos, you have to dip them in chocolate.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you, Red.
Problem.
And then 2 is for community building day. We actually have the commissioner coming to our campus. I don't remember if I mentioned that at the last meeting or not. But a second sign up sheet for that day has gone out as well, and everybody should be there and wear their SGA polos. Anybody who's not like in class or has prior engagements, you should be there. And make sure you're wearing your SGA polos. And again, if you need the link to sign up for that, to see the timing of everything, just reach out. We can get the link to you. Alrighty, so moving on to external reports. Jason, leadership team.
Sure. I'm going to change things up a little bit. I've had an absolutely garbage day. Raise your hand if you've had the same kind of day. So I want to share some good news. If you are not aware, Mount Wachusett Community College has an active student who is on Next Level Chef on Fox TV. His name is Vinny. He's a combat veteran and firefighter in Leominster. And he is on Gordon Ramsay's team on Next Level Chef. If you haven't watched it, I would encourage you to do so. He is doing extremely well on the competition cooking show and has survived, I think, 5 eliminations and is getting a tremendous amount of screen time. He's funny, he's hilarious, he's a single dad, and he actually had a heart attack a week before the show aired. Right after he came back from England after taping the show, he suffered a massive heart attack and thankfully suffered that heart attack while at work as a firefighter, surrounded by EMTs who were able to intervene quickly and get him to the hospital. So he's doing great. He's had bypass surgery. He's doing great. And he is really doing well on the show. So, and he is currently walking through this building in classes while being a TV star. So I just wanted to share that with the group. It's just a point of pride for Mount Wachusett. We're getting some good publicity on a international television show. He has mentioned our school twice. Yeah, I just wanted to do some happy news today. I'm working with Vinny to get him to do a thing in the cafeteria for us. like a Vinny menu for the day and have him be a guest chef in our cafeteria.
That's really cool. Super cool. Candace?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think I have anything for you today. You know, the end of the semester's coming up. All the faculty should be present unless they have some other stuff going on for graduation, which I'm excited about because graduation is one of my favorite days of the year. There are 6 people who have retired or are going to retire. 7, sorry. And they're going to be getting, most of them are going to be getting what we call emeritus status from Mount Wachusett. And what does that mean? It depends on who you ask. But it's that they were here for more than 10 years. They're in their job for more than 10 years. In the academic senate, right now the academic senate, and then the board of trustees recognizes their contribution to Mount Wachusett Community College. So if anyone's going to be at graduation, I think they just read it now, I believe. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there's going to be a lot of whereases, I think, which is always fun. So that's about it. I'll stand for questions. I'm trying to think of anything else, but I think that's it. Ben usually asks me a question. He's not here, so.
Alrighty. Thank you, Candace. Okay, so moving on. So we have a while back, I think 2 meetings ago, we ended up talking about part-time students on the president's and dean's list and how we want to move on that. And Nikki has come up with a proposal that she wants to share with us. So Nikki, are you all set to do that?
I am very excited. So I spoke with the chair of the Academic Senate, and in order to bring this in front of the Academic Senate, we have to have a proposal that is approved by us. So I listened to what everybody had to say. I really considered everyone's opinion, and I think I came up with something that everyone will be happy with. So let me share that. All right, can everybody see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a proposal to add recognition lists for part-time students. The president's and dean's list would remain unchanged and applicable to only full-time students with 12 credits or more for a semester. The following recognition list would be added to the college for part-time students. The excellence list, students who complete between 6 and 11 semester hours are eligible, requires a 3.30 to 3.99 GPA, which is the same as the dean's list. The distinction list is for students who complete between 6 to 11 semester hours to be eligible, requires a 4.0 GPA, just as the president's list does. Implementation, both the excellence and the distinction list would be applicable at the end of the fall 2023 semester. Both the excellence and distinction list would be announced on the MWCC website in the same format as the dean and president's list. Both the excellence and the distinction list would be visible at MWCC campuses in the same format as the dean and president's list. Students would be informed of their eligibility for the excellence and distinction list via the MWCC email in the same format as the dean's and president's list. So here are some positive impacts of recognizing part-time student achievements. The dean's and president's list continue to honor the achievement of full-time students. The excellence and distinction list honor the achievements of part-time students. Part-time students feel appreciated for their hard work and are less likely to give up on their education. Encourages student and school pride. Motivates students to continue their hard work with the potential of becoming full-time students. And there are several other colleges that have recognized part-time students' achievements. there's quite a large list, but there's some of them in Massachusetts that you probably will recognize, such as Salem State University, Suffolk University, Clary College, Worcester State University, Middlesex Community College, Quinsigamond Community College. So we would be among several other colleges in the area that really do appreciate the efforts of our part-time students.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. It's a very good idea.
Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns?
So in order for you to bring this up to you said the academic senate,
Mhm.
right?
Yes,
So in order to bring this up, we just have to vote on that.
correct.
Okay. So why don't we entertain a motion?
Okay.
Kathy, I still entertain the motion to do that, or does Nikki consider? Okay. So I like to entertain a motion to pass or to vote on Nikki's proposal to pass it to the academic senate.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Discussion? No discussion?
I think it's a great proposal, Nikki. I think it was really well written.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I do agree. I think like it also helps that you like took from other colleges, like referenced other colleges as well, and was saying how other people have also started to implement this as well. So I think that was also a good idea. And to have the benefits.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other discussion? All right, let's move this to a vote. All in favor of passing the proposal to academic senate?
I
Bye.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, the motion is passed.
Thank you very much, everybody. I really
Anytime.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Nikki.
Jason?
Yeah, I just want to jump in and say how impressed I am that this group took on this this initiative and saw it through through research and fruition. This is exactly the type of stuff that causes the hair on the back of my neck to go up. I'm so proud of you as student leaders. This changes the face and the landscape of our institution, and this is exactly what makes our institution special. So thank you as SGA representatives and student leaders for taking an idea, leaning into it, doing some hard work, and putting together a solid proposal. Nicely done.
Thank you. And thank you, Nikki, for taking this on and really coming up with a solid piece of work here to bring to academic senate.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
All right. So moving on. So recruiting. Hopefully everybody's been recruiting. I've seen specifically the online online SGA office has blown up with people. Like there's a lot of people that's covering that, so that's wonderful. However, we still need people to be sitting at the in-person booth. I did have full intentions on being there this morning, and then I ended up not feeling so well. So but we do need people to be sitting at the SGA booth anybody, if you're just like in the student center for any short period of time, like if you're just there for an hour or something, you can sit there and talk to people, hand out some fun dip, even though I have gotten some feedback on the fun dip. I had one person come up to me and be like, wow, this is really cringy. And I was like, oh man. But feel free to hand out that fun dip. And Kathy. Oh, and highlighters too. We have the highlighters under there too, I think too, right?
Yes. I was handing them out last night.
Woo. Thank you.
They liked the fun dip. I even had somebody ask me questions about student government. They haven't put in an application though, but
That's
Yeah,
okay.
so I was gonna give you guys an update on where we sit with nominations. So I've had 8 people submit nominations for at-large positions. Of that, 2 have not received all of their signatures yet. And they have until next week. That's either Thursday or Friday. I gotta look, I forget which date, at 4 p.m. to get their signatures in. We
I believe
do
it's
not,
Friday.
yeah, I think it is Friday. We do not have anybody currently running for student trustee. We really need to find somebody. That particular person has to have been here at least 1 semester already. So it can't be somebody that started this semester. They have to have been here in the fall. But yeah, so that's where we're at. It would be nice to have a few more people in the at-large category. Also, so that we actually have some competition. But other than that, not too bad. So if we can really get the word out about that, that would be great.
Cool beans. Thank you. Did somebody else want to say something?
I have a question. I get confused with all that. So the at-large, is that what we are right now? Like just the voting members?
yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes it can be like too confusing.
It used to be even more confusing when we used to have a freshman, a sophomore, and at large, and evening student positions. We made it simpler. We have at large and then 1 student trustee. So
That's good. Alrighty. So the next thing is the CCSLA 1-day retreat at Quinsig. That's from 9 to 4. Are you still taking the sign up? So anybody who's interested, is there a deadline for that, Kathy?
yeah, my deadline, actually, I think I already missed the deadline to sign us up, but that's okay. I only had as you sign up so far. I know that Alyssa and Arlo were interested. So if they, and I sent them the form today, I believe, or yesterday. So if you do definitely want to come do that, I do have the college vehicle that day, so I can transport people. But if anybody else, or if you know of somebody, they don't have to be SGA, I can take up to 5 people. So even if you know somebody that may have an interest in attending the conference, let me know. I can only transport 3 people in the college vehicle.
Okay, thank you. All right, so a couple of announcements. Actually, we now have new business that was not previously on the agenda. So due to Eli stepping down, that means that the treasurer position is currently not occupied. And that is because it's he was a member of the executive board. We do need to fill that treasurer position now. So, and Kathy, I think I can start taking nominations, right? All right. Nominations for the treasurer position are now open.
I nominate Nikki.
I was just gonna say that.
Thank you. That's so nice. Is it going to be a conflict? Would that be a conflict of interest because I'm the treasurer of the Human Services Club and Saga, though?
I don't think so.
No, you would just have to recuse yourself for any votes specific to those two organizations.
Okay.
And like anything that gets signed off for those two organizations would go through the president versus
Okay.
you.
So do you accept that nomination, Nikki?
I do.
Okay.
Thank you very
Any
much.
other nominations? You can also self-nominate. Going once. Going twice. All right, it looks like Nikki is our only runner for the treasurer position. I don't know. Should we make her do a speech, a 30-second speech? While Kathy's setting up the poll, Nikki, give us a 30-second speech as to why you think you'd be good as the treasurer.
Well, I'm the treasurer of 2 other clubs. I'm really good at getting reimbursements done really, really fast as soon as you give me receipts. I always show up for Ways and Means on time. And I try not to make them super, super long so everybody can do their homework, enjoy their evening. And I welcome all conversation, like all positive conversation. I'll hear everyone's opinion. Yeah, is that good?
Thank you. All right, Kathy, do you have a poll for us?
Yeah, it's gonna be I don't know why I can't set up a poll once the meeting starts, but I am going to put a link.
Oh, yep. Oh, Betty Jo, do you have a question?
Yeah, it's about the CC SLA thing. The link to sign up didn't work.
Oh, that's because I have to sign you up. Oh, the other form. Okay, that's good. All right, I know what I need to do. I need to update that form because I think I had it end by a certain date.
Okay.
So I will do that. So there's the link to the that's a Google form.
So I should not vote on this, right? This is
No.
something I shouldn't vote on.
No,
Okay.
this is only the current members. So Arlo,
No,
We'll text you, Kathy.
yeah,
And I abstain.
yeah.
Two.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people can vote. Ms. Nikki, you can also vote.
We're voting on Nikki being treasurer.
Yes.
Oh, I can vote too?
Yeah, you can vote.
I have to abstain though, right?
Yeah, you're the tiebreaker.
Okay.
If there's a tie. There's also the option, so you can, the way the form is set up, you can vote for a person, you can abstain, or you can put in a different name. All right. Okay, wait a minute. I have 6 responses. I should only have 5. Somebody voted that was not supposed to vote.
Only elected members can vote, guys.
Only elected members can vote. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't, technically won't matter. So we'll just call it as is. Nikki's the new treasurer.
Woo!
Yay! Thanks, everyone. So excited.
Congratulations, Nikki.
Thank you.
So that means you're also now the chair of Ways and Means going forward.
Okay, that sounds good. If there's anything that needs to be discussed on the floor, is that something that you send to me or that it gets sent directly to me from whatever club?
So Kathy, anything that so like expense request forms,
Mhm.
like the ones that have already been approved and everything that are coming from club funds themselves, that goes straight to you. Anything that is being requested from the SGA, Kathy will send to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
So-
that's what needs to be up for discussion.
Right, so you'll end up getting the expense request forms like the ones that you fill out for clubs.
Mhm.
Get those for student government now.
Okay, that sounds great.
I'm gonna have to go in and change everything in Involved Mountain. I have to put you in all the clubs so that you have access to all of the accounts on Involved Mountain.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you so much, everyone.
Congratulations. All right, so next is save the date for the DJ dance party. It's gonna be next Thursday, the 30th, from 5 to 9 p.m. Kathy, is that just for MWCC students?
No, so it is for MWCC students, employees, alumni, they can bring a guest. And we've also opened it up to the other Massachusetts community colleges. I currently have, let me see if I can find it. We have, I think, 4 students from Mass Bay registered to attend, 1 from Massasoit, and I'm waiting to hear from QCC. Yeah, so we have 5 students, not currently MWCC students, that are going to be coming, which is very, very exciting. I just spoke with the DJ just before the meeting, and he's excited. So we're going to be doing dancing, karaoke if people want. We'll be doing big musical bingo. It'll be a lot of fun. So get the word out. Yeah, limbo, Justina. We have an inflatable limbo set. So we'll see how that goes. I will not be doing limbo because you'll be picking me up off the floor.
Cool beans. That sounds like fun. So like if one of us wanted to bring a guest, like for example, Joe. All right.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
How old is Joe?
He'll technically be 13, but his birthday's in like is 2 days later.
And he'll be 14 2 days later?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Just 14 and up.
Okay. Yeah. So he's basically right on target. So next on the agenda, I did put on there that SGA meetings, our committee meetings are currently suspended until further notice. Disregard that. They are no longer suspended. As by now, all of you should know the community building day is not community building day. It's now like it's community building week. It's April 3rd through the 7th, and we need all hands on deck. Again, as mentioned earlier, make sure you put your name on those sign up sheets. We need everybody to help out with that. Also, just I don't know how many of you went to or watched afterwards the SAC information session, but currently the Board of Higher Education community college advisor position is opening. So I did go onto the website for the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education to get you a few things of some information about the position. So this position is served for the 23-24 academic year. The advisor would or the student who is in the position would attend all of the meetings for the Board of Higher Education. You will serve as the student advisor to the board and will be permitted to participate fully in all meetings and policy discussions. However, you just won't be able to vote. So the position is still very important. You're not the voting member on the Board of Higher Education, but you still have a voice. You're still able to participate in these board meetings. So that is a position that is currently open. If you are looking into that, there is on the website, they're accepting applications. So if anybody's interested, I can either send you the link for the website, or you can just search up Massachusetts Board of Higher Education student board members, and it should be on there. Any questions? No? Okay. Okay, my apologies. I do realize that I added this like twice. But I can't stress it enough. We need all hands on deck, especially for when the commissioner is coming on Wednesday. And that being said, are there any other announcements that I missed?
I have a question for Justina and Nikki. Were you two able to translate that paper into Spanish for when I go to Leominster on Thursday? The student government paper, joint student government.
I did not yet.
I was gonna say I haven't received anything. Let me go double check my email. If you send it to me tomorrow, I can translate it tomorrow and send it right back to you.
That would be fantastic.
Or send it tonight and I can do it. It's fine.
I will do it as soon as I can.
Okay,
That'd
sounds
be
great.
awesome, because I need them tomorrow since I won't be here on Thursday morning because I'll be at Leominster. And Chloe, I do have boxes to bring with us to Leominster for the food drive, and I will get more boxes for our campus.
Perfect, thank you. As for Thursday, I'm still waiting to hear back. But Betty Jo and I say that I should be able to go, and Betty Jo, if you were able to go and just needed a ride, then you can come with me. So yeah, we should be all set to go. So, do you have the boxes? Excuse me. Do you have the boxes already and decorated, or is that something we're gonna do while we're there?
I was gonna decorate them myself just to make it easy, but like if you want to, I'm literally just gonna wrap them with
That's fine.
paper.
No, that's fine. That's okay. I don't know if many people are actually paying attention to the outside of the box anyways, so.
Right.
All right, well, thank you. And I will get back to you on a definite answer as to, I was just waiting from Miss Gunn. But I should be all set.
Okay.
Anything else? All right. So the next SGA meeting is going to be April 4th. In 2 weeks, and the committee meetings are no longer suspended. So we will be meeting next Tuesday, which is the 28th. I can't even believe that. But Kathy?
Yeah, I just realized Arlo is not on either Constitution or Ways and Means, so you gotta put them on one.
Oh, I did that. I guess it was after you left. So
Okay.
after you left to go back to your office, I appointed
Okay,
Betty Jo to
okay.
Ways and Means.
Ways and Means, okay, perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
And Nikki?
I'll send everybody on the Ways and Means Committee a reminder Monday night about the committee meeting, just so everybody knows.
Very cool beans.
Yep.
That being said, I do believe that is it. So I call this meeting to adjourn. I adjourn the meeting at 5:37 p.m.
Excellent.